Today we'll be presenting our prefabricated gardens concept. So we want to create prefabricated gardens, and we have a couple milestones that we want to achieve. So our first milestone is figuring out how to create one of these gardens, and then we want to figure out how to market the product, finding a platform to sell on. We want to create and sell our first product. And then after that, we want to expand to a larger market by adding newer products to our lineup that are not just focused on prefabricated gardens. So some examples of that are like hanging gardens, fake decorative plants, and additional parts to what we already have. And that's kind of where we want to start. And then we'll go from there.
So the basic idea of what this is fabricated, self-sustaining garden. That pretty much means that it's already put together, already made, and it will be running by itself. It can be used for both indoor and outdoor use. The benefit of buying this would be conserving space, and it looks decorative while still being efficient. So if your goal is to get produce, a yield of produce, then you're able to do that, but it also won't be kind of just like that thing in the corner of your room. So the problem that we're trying to solve is that it's difficult for some people to start gardening as beginners without that experience. But with our product, you're able to do this with no previous experience. You'll just have to pretty much replace the system, and you can observe and learn from that. And anyone can manage this. So obviously, as I just said, this is great for beginners, but also intermediate and pro gardeners. This would be an interesting piece.
Yeah. So our problem, solution, and value proposition. So the problem that we're trying to fix is the incompatibility of regular gardens with time, space, and everyone always puts in extreme efforts and can sometimes yield little to no reward. So our prefabricated gardens will fix this problem by maximizing a garden space and by being able to manage a successful garden with little time and effort put into it. Our value proposition is the initial price of vertical gardens is higher than normal gardens, but is much more space efficient, and its production capabilities are higher than normal gardens with much less effort. We believe that for the size and space it takes up, it creates a much better yield than any alternative in the market.
Mm-hmm. What the technology is in this garden, it's obviously, so it's a vertical garden, and it has a self-sufficient water system that would be powering it, and it'd be obviously a lot easier compared to what a normal garden would take, where you water it a few times a day, every day. Some people don't have that time. It's space efficient as it's vertical, so probably about 5 by 5 square feet at the base. And then the technology is already viable and in use, but it's not common, and it hasn't really been paired with a system already implemented. So the price of the system alone is about $50 for a high-end model, but it will work in correlation to the fundamental components of the structure, so it'd be a lot more like efficient.
Yeah. And so our target market is those with little gardening experience in compact housing. So our estimated price would be between $100 and $200. That's including shipping. So our beginning marketplace we would begin online with the website, but we would expand to stores as soon as we could. We would offer refill products for the plants and systems, so like little pellets with the seeds in it, so you could easily swap it out. And the customers would purchase via a website or via any big retailer like Amazon. And we would reach them via advertisement on many of the different social media platforms.
Right now, it's just an idea. We haven't taken any steps to make the product or make this idea a reality. But in the short run, we would create the product, and we would try to create a website or find a platform to sell our product on. As Nico mentioned earlier, this could social media, and marketing. But in the long run, we would expand our reach of what we're trying to do. So we would begin manufacturing our own products rather than purchasing the parts and putting them together ourselves. We would also have the product available in a larger store or a larger market. That would include Amazon, like Nika said earlier. This would also include possibly places like Home Depot or Lowe's. Both of these steps would likely mark down the price, as it would probably exclude shipping and be more obtainable to the general public.
Yeah, thank you. And we hope you enjoyed our idea.